Hello, I'm Chris Fenton with the Fenton Team of LePage, and I'm joined today with Nick Holatko of TFT Buyers Associates.
Hey Chris, yeah, thanks for having me on today.
Yeah, happy to be doing it. So we're here today to give you all the real estate market updates for both Ucluelet and Tofino. And Nick is the expert in those areas, so he's going to be the one giving them. But before I turn it over to him, I wanted to say a couple of things. First of all, just a plug, a shameless plug. We just listed a new property in Ucluelet, beautiful custom log home. And we just launched the video on our Facebook page today. So if you want to check that out, go to the Fenton Team on Facebook and you'll see that video. The other thing is, before I jumped on this call, I just took a quick look at the stats myself for both communities, Ucluelet and Tofino combined for the West Coast there. And over the last 30 days, there's been 6 sales. And I noticed that 2 of those 6 sales, Nick was the buyer's agent representing the buyer. So congratulations to Nick. And I'll turn it over to you to let us know what's going on in the market.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. Yeah, I've really noticed a huge bump up in the amount of buyers and the buyer activity that we've been having online. We've had a ton of new signups online, as well as a lot of people asking about vacation homes. And I think we've seen a big spike with people starting to think like, oh, I'm not going to be able to travel as much this year. Let's look for, the next best beach place that I can go to. And of course, that's the West Coast, in Ucluelet. So yeah, I've been having lots of new buyers and asking about properties and showing properties. So pretty excited about that. But let's get right into the stats here. I'll just share my screen. Can you see that there, Chris?
Sorry, I was muted. Yes, we absolutely can see it. Looks
okay,
good.
Yeah. So I started out with for the stats this time. I stuck with, we're going to do Ucluelet and Tofino separately because they are 2 different markets. And we also looked at the single family homes, excluding waterfront homes for year to date. So we started from January 1 to June 15th, which was yesterday. So very interesting right off the bat in Ucluelet. We saw the same amount of homes listed year to date in 2020 as we did in 2019. The biggest change, though, of course, is we saw about half as many properties sold. So we saw 5 properties sold compared to 10 properties in 2019. So that's a 50% change in difference. We can't look into the prices too much yet because the market is still so small. We don't have enough data to really give a good idea if prices are dropping down or not yet. But homes are definitely selling quicker. So they've been sitting on the market for only 17 days on average compared to 101 days. And so that's a 83% change from last year at this time. And also homes have taken a little bit drop in their sale to list price ratio. So homes are actually selling for 2% less of their asking price than they did last year at this time. So that's Ucluelet there. And in Tofino, Tofino is a little bit different. We saw 11 new homes listed this year from year to date to now, and only 8 homes listed last year at this time. Of those homes, though, sold, there's been a 60% change. So 2 homes were sold this year compared to 5 last year at this point. And again, we won't look into the price too much because, one property, when there's only been 2 sales, one property can skew it quite a bit. But again, the one thing to really notice, though, is the sale to list price ratio. So here we've seen a 4% change. And that's an increase. So homes are actually selling for 96% of their asking price compared to 92% of their asking price last year. And we've also seen so far that those homes are sitting on the market for 121 days compared to 96 days. So that's a 26% change. So yeah, we'll have to keep watching and see here what happens as the year continues, and to start to see, everybody keeps asking, are we going to see this big price drop that everybody's talking about because of the health crisis? And so far, the stats that we're seeing, it's kind of lending that way, but until we have some more data, we won't really have a clear picture of that.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see, I think we said this last month, but just to see how the summer progresses now that things are cautiously opening up again. You can see Nick and I are both coming from our virtual offices. We very much are selling real estate virtually. And so things are happening. It's going to be interesting to see how the stats change in the months ahead. So I think that's it from us. We just want to keep this short and give you guys a quick update. We'll be back next month to let you know how things are progressing. Anything you wanted to add, Nick?
Yeah, if you are in the area and you've seen some properties that you like, or you have some questions about real estate on the West Coast, you can give us a call or send me an email. And you can reach me at 250-266-4418. and I'd love to answer any questions you may have.
Sounds good. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.